Trading day number 2 in July. Oh, we're getting like slightly better, I think. On the 6th of July, welcome to the markets. The market. Not a lot happening again, so very similar to yesterday. Yesterday was a good day. It finished a good day, but there was nothing really moving to start off. We had to wait quite a bit into the day before anything really moved. We got a couple of movers across the course of the day, which were worth trading. But apart from that, quiet day yesterday. Quiet day today, by the looks of it too. So let's see what transpires. Well, Maka, you're always welcome. Just looking for something to trade. The only mover today really at the moment is Casey Therapeutics, and you know it's not looking very strong. So apart from that, there's nothing moving right now. Okay, one way to sort that out. Like that. There we go. How's that, Alistair? Is that any better? Let's see. It's good enough for me. Blurry and breaking up. Okay, well, it'll be better now. Sometimes it does that. So sometimes TikTok will throttle your stream to start off with, and then as you get a reliable connection, it will allow you to have a better stream. So unfortunately. The pound is suffering in the forex market. So is the euro, for that matter. The whole European economies are all having a problem right now. The US dollar is as strong as it's ever been in comparison. So, not that it's done anything particularly spectacular to warrant such strength. Right, okay guys, so let's get 10 likes each. Tap the screen 10 times. Let's get the algorithm pushing the stream out to a few more people. It just helps with the algorithm, pushes it out. It shows that we've got an engaged stream, and that you're enjoying the content, so to speak. So it'll push it out to more people. Yep. S&P500 right now. I'll put it on the 30-minute chart. You can see the sell-off yesterday. So it gapped down yesterday, then it rallied from kind of lunchtime onwards. Got up to 382 on the SPY, and it's been sideways since. So slightly down, but not huge amounts. So kind of half a percentage point. It really recovered and rallied from that yesterday. Question is, will the rally continue? You know, will we have another rally? I mean, we didn't get huge gains on Friday over Friday's gains. I mean, if you look at it on the daily, for example, you see where we moved up and then pulled back here. Then we moved up, held it, gap down, moved up. We're gapping down slightly. Question is, will we move up or will we sell off? Who knows? So that's the S&P 500. What did surprise me yesterday was the Nasdaq. If you look at it on the hourly, so the Nasdaq just it didn't have that initial sell-off that the S&P 500. The S&P 500 had this sell-off, whereas the Nasdaq didn't. But they had the rally, all the same. So you have the Nasdaq was it was in the green for most of yesterday. So from about just after 1 p.m. market time, it was in the green, based on Friday's closing price. Whereas it took the S&P 500 up until pretty much the close before it actually started testing that green level. And the same can be said of the Russell Index and the Dow Jones as well. So, in fact, Dow Jones didn't get green yesterday. The markets, strange day in the market yesterday. But at least they were trending upwards, which is a good thing. So keep an eye on that. You didn't see me for a week? Yeah, well, it was a little less than a week there, Michael. I took Friday off because I was ill, and Monday was a national holiday in the States, so it was July the 4th. So I was streaming on Thursday. I didn't do too many streams last week simply because I was sick. Same as yesterday, I didn't do. Yes, I'm streaming on TikTok, Matt. Didn't you get the notification? So I'm on TikTok right now as it stands. But I didn't do Power Hour yesterday. I was fast asleep on my sofa. That's really what I mean. The COVID's really knocked it out of me, just fatigue-wise, more than anything. So I'm just tired more than anything now. I'm feeling a lot better than I was. My chest is not as bad as it was. I'm not getting the headaches the same. It's just the fatigue now. Well, you're on both there, Alistair, so showing up and showing out. And if you think that the TikTok stream is not great quality, that's TikTok for you, unfortunately. If the stream's not coming across as not great quality, then nip across to YouTube or Twitch. Yeah, top fan on YouTube and top fan on TikTok. Yeah, so if I go back 12, if I go back 7 days, so this time last week, I was really feeling bad. SOS. So they've done a stock reverse split, I think, by the looks of it. Yeah, 50-1 reverse split. So that's why that one's looking the way it's looking. Not a lot of movement at all yet, guys. So just watch this space. Yesterday it took a while for a couple of things to move. We got Faraday made a nice move after about an hour in, it started to make a nice, lovely move up, so that was okay. And a couple of others moved later in the day as well. Cisco. Well, that tech sector. The thing is with Cisco is that it is kind of my area, if you will. It's where I used to operate in that tech sector. Cisco have been struggling for quite some time in terms of market share. They've been under a lot of fire, but they're always going to be around. I mean, companies pay for their employees to get Cisco certified. Any enterprise company, well, I'm not saying any, but the majority of enterprise companies have Cisco infrastructure in the networking side of things. So Cisco is not going anywhere anytime soon. That's for sure. Revenues are just they're losing revenues because companies are no longer managing their own infrastructure in the way that they used to. I mean, infrastructure as a service is taking over. Let's have a look at Cisco on the chart. What's the ticket? Cisco. So it's a 41s. It's pre-market, so there's no volume at all. But let's have a quick look at this on the daily. So it's not showing real signs of capitulation or anything. Look at it on the weekly. Again, if we go back to December when it's up at 60, it's not really capitulated as much as you're making out in comparison to other stocks of a similar ilk. Have lost a hell of a lot more. The whole market has lost more, in fact. So Cisco, I don't think Cisco's one to worry about. If you're in Cisco long term, I think they've still got quite a bright future. Like I say, most host managed networks are awash with Cisco infrastructure. The problem is that now we're getting up to the point to manage services and managed infrastructure and managed networks. The Cisco's no longer selling direct to the end user, they're selling to service providers who are providing that service to the end user. So that's my opinion on Cisco, at least, anyway. I mean, if you look at Juniper, who's probably one of the biggest competitors to Cisco, they've had a lot more problems over the last while. Sold quite a lot of Cisco back in my days, in line with Dell, AMC. If you look at just looking at Cisco versus the wider market, so look at this is Cisco over the last year. And this is the Nasdaq over the last year. So there's a couple of severe peaks and troughs on the Nasdaq, but it's the same direction. So Cisco is losing money based on the same way that the wider market is. The SPY, again, very similar. So Cisco hasn't had any. It's not like Facebook or Netflix that have had severe drops in revenue and severe drops in value. Cisco hasn't. It's holding its value relatively well in comparison to the wider market. Well, let's have a look at yesterday's gainers, see what they're doing today. So Faraday managed to make a couple of thousand on Faraday yesterday. No movement. It's currently 3% down, so this held most of its gains. So if you look at it on the 60-minute, you can see how this moved up. Lovely. Able to take some advantage of that. It's held most of its gains, so it could be worth watching. I'll put that on the watch list. One Life was another one that moved up yesterday, very helpfully in the afternoon. We managed to get another couple of grand out of that. That's helped most of its gains as well, so I'm going to keep that on the watch list. Whether it makes another continuation move or not is relevant. Won't be trading it unless there's a setup. Morning, James. Morning, Alphabet. Well, let's have a look at Plug. So Plug made a nice move up yesterday in line with the. This was very similar to the SPY. So that was the SPY. Man, that's probably more akin to the Nasdaq. So this was the Nasdaq. This was Plug. And it sell off in the morning pre-market, then the rally into the close, pretty much all day. So, and it's held most of its gains as well. So, in line with the wider market. So it's currently 0.8 down, 1745, but it'll be worth keeping an eye on. Nice clean move up. Plug power. Bitcoin is up under 20,000 still. Again, it got above 20,000 overnight. But it's down at 19.9s. It depends what you're into. If you're into the whole renewable sector and EVs in particular, then Plug, yeah, definitely. It's an interesting. It is interesting. Probably not something I'm going to be putting on my own list in terms of my wider portfolio, but. Do I think it's in any danger? I don't think so. If you're thinking about clean energy, which we should all be thinking about nowadays, then you want to be looking at companies like Plug for things like that. Hey, Donuts. Yeah. Cheeky little monkey that she is. She's gone to sleep on the sofa. No, she's not allowed on the sofa unless I'm on the sofa. Is anybody seeing anything moving at the moment with a decent volume? This is been a quiet week so far, but it's only 2 days in, granted Tuesday, Wednesday, but it's a very tranquil, very quiet week this week. I think how much are they going to rally? That's the question. Long-term renewables. We need to go and start. We need to start looking at clean energy suppliers, renewables, whether that be things like plug, which provide the power components to the EV industry, whether it be the actual power suppliers or whether it be the consumption of said power. You know, anything that is involved in clean energy or the use of clean energy is going to get a lot of good press in the coming months, stroke years. And fair enough. We all need to realize we can't keep burning fossil fuels. I mean, whether you believe in greenhouse warming or global warming, whether you believe that's as a result of burning fossil fuels is completely irrelevant. The simple fact is we're getting to a point where we're consuming more and more energy, and fossil fuels are becoming more and more scarce. So we need to find alternatives. Whether you believe in whether you believe it's an ecology issue or whether it's simply a power supply issue, we need to find clean, renewable alternatives to fossil fuels. Oh, let me have a look at Veru. Nah, there's not much in the way of volume. I don't know where you're seeing the volume. There's nothing here. It's only not 500,000 across the whole day so far on Veru. Not much volume at all. And we're not getting 20,000 shares a minute yet. Had the one spike, which was the algorithmic trading here, but we're not getting 20,000 shares a minute. So it's not good volume on Veru, or not even good relative volume on Veru right now. So keep an eye on things. Redbox. No volume. I just saw it hitting the scanners alongside Revlon on low volume. So a lot of the stocks that moved yesterday on low volume, and you know, they're moving today on low volume. So there's no trades there. We need to wait for the volume to come in again, I think. So we've got an hour to wait. So you'll have to listen to me waffling on for an hour before the market kind of picks up a bit, I think. Yeah, nothing moving at the moment. Well, this is summer, I guess. I mean, July. I mean, things kind of calm down a little bit. I prefer that not to be the case. What can I do? I can't go out and say, look, everybody on the stock market, get your ass in gear and provide some volatility and volume, please. Well, I can, but they're not going to listen to me. I'm just a fat guy on the internet. just looking for action. And there's not a lot of action to see. Again, KZ Therapeutics is kind of consolidating sideways since it popped first thing. Apart from that, not a lot of movement at all. When trading is moving sideways for a while, what indicators do I look for to get in? Well, there's nothing to get in. That's the problem. Is when it's just moving sideways, there's no trades to be had. You need volatility and you need volume, and we've got neither right now. So KZ Therapeutics which was what's on the screen right now, is the only one with reasonable volume this morning, and I say reasonable volume. It's decent relative volume compared to what it normally trades at, but there's the range is very, very small in terms of volatility. We're talking like 10, 15 cents. So you can't really take advantage of that volatility because there is none. So that's what I look for. I look for volatility and volume. Follow the crowds where everybody's trading, and that's where you should find the volatility. But if there's nobody trading, if the crowds aren't there, then sometimes you just give it up for a bad day, and you don't have to trade. You know, you can take a couple of weeks off and go on holiday for a couple of weeks and come back, and hopefully the markets have picked up by then. All the big players sunning it up. There's probably what it is. Probably maybe that's what I should be doing. I should have gone on holiday. I'd never get past the airport at the moment. All the shenanigans at the airport, but I would never pass the PCR test at the moment. Need to get rid of this COVID, and then I can make some plans to go on holiday. BlackBerry, I've not seen BlackBerry for a long time. Stopped following the meme stocks for a while. Down at 570. I remember trading this up at like 25s last year. Yes, you can, but you're limited. Sound of Fun. You're limited in how much you can trade in an ISA account. Firstly, you'll get no margin because you have to treat it as a cash account, but there's limits on how much is tax-free on an ISA account. So whilst you can do, what I've done is I've got my ISA account with Interactive Brokers, and I've also got my SIP account. So SIP is a pension fund, so it's a self-invested pension, a personal pension. So if you're across the pond in North America, a SIP is the same as an IRA. Okay, so you can trade tax-free in a SIP with no limits. Again, there's no leverage. There's no, you get no leverage. It's like trading in cash only. You get no margin leverage. But there's no limits on a SIP where there's limits on an ISA. So if you're looking at trading, and again, if you're talking about an ISA, how much you can, because there's limits as to how much you can put into an ISA and having an ISA tax free. So just trading in a regular margin account, an active margin account, then taking your gains and putting that into an ISA for longer term, there's advantages to that as well. So And come the end of this year, I will be selling all of my long-term positions. Just put it into context there, because I don't think all of my long-term positions right now are in the red. So what I'll be doing is, when it comes to actually calculating my taxes, I'll be selling all of my long-term positions, I'll file my taxes, and then I'll buy them all back again. And that way I can offset those losses against my taxes. And it's just like starting afresh from a new a lower position. And that's another way of doing it. But you can only do that with long-term gains, as opposed to intraday trading. So my crypto holdings, my stuff that I've been investing in, dollar cost averaging in terms of investing over this last year, I'll be offsetting the losses from this last year, because pretty much everything's in the red. And what I'll do is I'll sell it for a loss, and then report on that from a tax perspective that I've made these losses, and then I'll be able to offset that against my tax liabilities, and then I can buy back at a discount or pretty much the same value. And it's just a way of doing it. Yeah, but otherwise you're subject to the wash rule there, Andrew, which is what I'm saying, is that you can't go out today, sell it, and then buy it back tomorrow. But if they make gains in the couple of weeks that you're actually not holding them, then you're still buying at a discount based on the losses that have been incurred over the last 6 months, and will continue to incur in the coming months. So it's not that you just hold and hold forever and hope that it goes back long term. What you do is you use your losses to minimize your tax liabilities. Excuse me. Oh, blackberry. I actually kind of like blackberry. Blackberry jam on toast is nice. BlackBerry used to be really a really good company in terms of telecoms industry, prior to the wave of smartphones coming in, and kind of didn't evolve with the smartphone revolution. That's the problem. Correct. No, you can't, because you wouldn't be paying tax on them. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there. All right, S&P 500 needs to get up to 382 today. Again, green, SPY. New holdings. And I'm looking at the 15-minute scanners, and we're getting movement of like 1%, 2%, less than 1% actually showing up on the 15-minute scanners. I know it's a very cool day, very low volatility day, when we're not getting percentage gains. You know, single percent movers are showing up as the top movers. Volume, if I had to say what volume is to someone that's completely new to day trading, what would I say? Well, the simple fact is, what volume is the measure of quantity. So the amount of shares that are being traded at any given time frame. So it's not like volume on your TV when you can't hear stuff. It's just the terminology used to reference the number of shares being traded at any given point in time. That's all volume really is. I would say if you've got a high relative volume, that means that shares that are being traded normally will be traded. Let's just look here on the daily. So you look at this one here, for example. We've got OneConnect, OCFT, OneConnect Financial Tech. Okay. Now normally, any given day over the last 3 months, it would trade 1.7 million shares of volume. So there'll be 1.7 million shares traded of OCFT, OneConnect. However, currently, today, it's only traded 200,000 shares. So it's got a low relative volume in comparison. So it's like a 9x low. Conversely, you might look at Kezia Therapeutics, who on any given day over the last 3 months, it would have traded an average of 267,000 shares. So that would have been the daily volume. Today, it's traded 2.4 million shares already. So it's almost a 10x relative volume. So that's the simplest way of thinking about volume. It's the number of shares being traded over any given time frame, and relative volume is the comparison of the number of shares being traded versus what is normally traded in the same time frame. So what you're looking for, because you might get Bank of America, for example, will be trading, billions of shares on a daily basis. But it doesn't move very much. The range on Bank of America might be about 5-10 cents or whatever across the whole of. So that's over the whole session, current session, pre-market session. So basically, that's over a day. So no, that's if you want to look at the last 15 minutes, you look at the last 15 minutes. You want to look at the last hour, you look at the last hour, or whatever you want to do, whatever time frame. So I just used there the daily time frame. So I was looking at the current. From close of business yesterday to right now, Kezia Therapeutics has traded 2.5 million, whereas it normally would trade 260,000 or 270,000 per day. So I say it's currently high relative volume, even though 2.5 million shares traded would not be high volume for Bank of America. Bank of America would trade that in a couple of minutes, It's all relative. And you also want to take into account the relationship between the volume of shares being traded and the float size. If, for example, let's just take Kezia Therapeutics right now, it's traded 2.5 million shares today in the out-of-hours session in pre-market. However, when you actually put that into context, it's only got a what is the float? That's a good question. Key data. So it's a 13 million share. Not got the float, so I'm going to take the full outstanding shares out of the float for 13 million. So if you think about that, it's rotated a sixth of its float in pre-market already. One sixth of all shares outstanding have already been traded. Inspratech just got over the $2 level, 63% up on the day. So Inspratech is 1.4 million shares traded already, or 1.8, nearly 1.9 million shares traded already now. Why are they moving? Why is it moving though? So Inspra Technologies announces development of HYLA blood sensor. Excuse me. Now, the HYLA blood sensor intends to reduce the need for actual blood samples to be taken from patients. So that's why this is moving. It's a non-invasive blood sensor. This is a 5.7 million float. So it continues to move up. Could be interesting. Actually, look at this. This is the news. The non-invasive HYLA blood sensor has been developed by a team of cyber warfare specialists who formerly served in the Israeli Defense Forces at Elite Cyber Attack Special Forces. The HYLA blood sensor is being designed as a new platform based on key technologies being developed for Inspira's ART system, designed to reduce the need for invasive mechanical ventilation. Like the ART system, the HYLA blood sensor is designed to minimize the need for invasive medical procedures with the intention of reducing risks, complications, and costs. So, interesting catalyst. The question is, how well does the market take to it? Well, swift answer is that it's already up over 60%. It's pulling back a little bit now after the initial pump. So will there be continued renewal? It's kind of back down to the VWAP. So will it bounce on the VWAP, or will it just now sell off? You should have got out yesterday, Matt. Not saying I told you so, but Oxy, no volume at the moment today with Oxy. Occidental Petroleum. Nothing moving right now. Just flat. No action. Yeah, I know that feeling. Probably best to kind of stay off the stay off the trading whilst you're sick there, Matt. I should be doing the same. I should be taking my own advice. Inovio Pharmaceutical there is at 205. There's nothing happening there. Briant. There's no volume. 44,000 shares traded so far. There's no volume on this one. No trade there right now. I mean, it's still getting me wrong. It's moved well enough over the last couple of days, but can't trade that. You're gambling if you're trading stocks that are moving like that with that kind of volume. It's just gambling. You're not actually looking. You're not breaking out any patterns. You're not getting any kind of entry signals, or that's just gambling. You're chasing some kind of momentum. Otherwise, there's no trade there. Waboo. For an ETF, that isn't off motoring at the moment. Bioscience ETF. and have a look for you. Marigold Resources. You sure that's the right ticker there, Sound of Fun? No, nothing at all moving there on that one. I hope you're enjoying Fuerteventura, the windy island. It's probably my least favourite Canary Island. Too much wind. If you like windsurfing, it's not too bad, or kite surfing, it's quite good. But I'm not into kite surfing anymore. I'm too heavy. It needs a really strong wind to lift me off my board. But yeah, Fuerteventura, the windy island, is probably my least favourite Canary Island. Don't like Tenerife that much either, just because of the Brits abroad. The Brits went and conquered Tenerife, and it's not very nice. At least you can get a Sunday roast there, but I prefer Lanzarote or Gran Canaria myself. Lanzarote is quite good. Yeah, they all have nice cold beer. Well, the term nice is subjective, but cold is about right. Be set. Bassett Furniture. You asked about this one yesterday, Kiriant, and moved up about $1 yesterday. There's nothing going on today. Low volume. 17 shares traded. Oh, you need somebody trading it to. If you buy it, you need to sell it to somebody. There's no volume. How are we fixed for likes? Okay, when we get to 2,000 likes, you can have a treat. Okay, we'll wag your tail. Well, I'm looking at that and I'm not seeing anything. No permissions. What market is it on? Because it's Marigold Resources as an OTC market. So I've not got the OTC feeds. So where am I seeing 17 trades on the volume? So on my montage, it tells me exactly how many trades have been how many shares have been traded and how many trades have been made across the course of any given day. Go back to Bassett there, and I've got a volume of 17. So there's just nothing been traded since. Well, the 17 shares have been traded since close of business on yesterday. It's there's nobody trading it at the moment. One trade. 17 shares. Go figure. Yeah, no, nothing happening. Here you go, baby. We got 2.2. Here you go. You're not quick enough. You want it or not? You had it. We nearly had it. Commenting her right there. There you got it. Good girl. That's cruel, but fun. You're supposed to chew it. You know, tell you what, I'll give you one more, but this time you've got to chew it. You can't just swallow it whole. That was ridiculous. There you go. No more, no more now. You have to wait for the next one, okay? Excuse me. If you look on your montage, you should see the volume. I mean, if I'm looking at this one here, so go back to reset here, you've got all of this here. You've got a volume bar here of 1.9 thousand. Today's total trade's 1. But that's based on the last. Nothing happening today. So I'm looking at on the montage, it says volume 17. Looking at on the 60-minute, the volume doesn't change when this volume isn't changing when I'm moving through the time frames, because it's going off the last time frame that there was actually any action. There isn't any at the moment. No, you're not seeing that. You're not seeing my montage. You can see part of it on. I think you can see part of it on the YouTube channel. Yeah, can't actually see the volume there. You're just seeing the PCL and the range, session range. But on this, what you can see here, you can see volume bar and stuff like that. So it says volume, today's trades. That's all subjective. That one sounded fun. It depends what you're hoping to get out of those subscriptions. So I recommend Benzinga. That's my personal. I subscribe to Benzinga. That's what I spend my money on. I don't know, Kiriant. I don't know what. I don't know what system you're using, but you should be able to see the volume on your montage. And you can switch it on so that you can see the actual volume on your charts. No problem at all. I don't know what you, I can't see your desktop, so I don't know if you've need to switch something on, or you need to change something, or what. I'm just having a quick look through this config to see if there's anything that you. I don't know if you're using. I don't know what system you're using either. So All right. Okay. So trade. I'm not using TradingView on this one, but let me just pull up TradingView and see where you're going to see the volume. So it'll be under indicators. So if you've got if you kind of wherever you go on your TradingView, the volume history. If you've got the hot volume histogram shown, it'll tell you exactly what the volume is on any given time frame. No, that's fine. I mean, sound of fun. If they're doing, so for example, you can subscribe into Bloomberg and Bloomberg Terminal if you want to, but Bloomberg have got their own news channel. So just watch the news channel, you get exactly the same things for free. It's all subjective. If you find the value of what is being provided through their subscription service, then it's all about perceived value. If you find it's worthwhile spending your money on, then go spend your money on it. If you don't, then don't. It's that simple. I mean, in terms of news alerts, in terms of signals, scanners, calendars, all the tools I need to trade on a daily basis, I say Benzinga. I use Benzinga, and that does probably 80% of everything I need. And then I'll look at other areas for the other 20%. But do I subscribe to other things? Well, there's a couple of other things I subscribe to, but Benzinga is primarily my go-to source for information for trading on a daily basis. Matilda playing in the background. I don't think it's Matilda. I think it's the kids from Nightmare on Elm Street. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. You know, that creepy one. That's who I think it is. This is what you get when you're in a family neighborhood, and the kids are no longer in school, so they play outside, and it's actually kind of nice. If you're a family man, you don't mind the sound of kids having fun. It's when you're a grumpy old git that you're fed up with the sound of kids, and it's what's really annoys me is those two little Bichon Frises from an Asian family across the road have these two little Bichon Frises, and whilst they're really pretty, small, cute, and all this kind of stuff, they do that all the time, and they're so annoying. It reminds me of every girl I've ever been with. Small and pretty, petite and pretty, but too much of that, and a hell of annoying. Hey, Flossie. No, it's just the kids playing in the street. What I would say sound of fun is Motley Fool, Finviz, all of these things, Bloomberg, CNBC, any of these sources, use them all, because some get the scoop and get the information quicker, others, and you get insights from either of them. Just use them all. Every day can be a school day. You can learn stuff from all of those places. And of course, when they start talking, a lot of the times they're talking in jargon that is completely unnecessary. You're like, what are you talking about? And it takes a while. And after a while, you get used to a lot of the buzzwords and the keywords and the jargon. You start to understand what they're actually talking about from an economic perspective. And it becomes less and less jargon and more kind of daily speak. And that's half the problem, is that people trying to make the finance industry sound more complicated than it actually is, and because it isn't. You can break the finance industry down very, very simply. So I've traded this before, some stage. It's up at 225s when I last traded it. Got a resistance line there, which I didn't put in today. So when was the last time it was up at this level? It would have been back in April, May, maybe. Might have been back end of February. It was up at 225. Yeah, it'd been early March, I reckon. Made a nice little move up early March. This level. Probably didn't trade it that much. Seems a bit on the low side for me. Finimize, no. Upstart, so upstart, sideways since yesterday. Currently 35.45. Low volume, pre-market. Not a lot happening. That's pre-market at the moment. Out of hours, there's just not a lot happening at all at the moment. So, you know. Upstarts, it's round about the lows on the daily. So has some ways to go to come back from its highs. $35.45. Wait for the bell. See what happens. No catalyst. Look at it on the daily. It's very choppy over the last month or so. Got a bit of selling off. Look at it on the over the last 12 months, and you can see it's a long way off its 400 highs of $400. So down at 35, it's not doing well. This level around kind of $30 is showing us as a support level. If it breaks below kind of $30, I think it could be in trouble. Just my opinion. Not a financial advisor. Not offering financial advice. If you lose money, don't sue me. Yeah, sound of fun. Finimize is just another service like Finviz, like Benzinga, like Yahoo Finance. It's just another one of those, you know, news and alert services for people who are looking to get insights into the finance industry. Just another one of those services. There's a lot of them out there. Disney. I like Disney long term. Again, sideways, low volume pre-market, 24,000 shares traded with Disney at the moment. If you look at this, had a good day with the wider markets yesterday. It's the sell-off and then the move. But I think Disney are looking strong simply because they've got so many fingers in so many pies at the moment. As a company, I think they're in a quite a good position. If you look at the long-term chart, look at it on the weekly chart, you can see that they've again a long way off the highs up here at kind of 200, but they've not had the kind of tumultuous journey that the likes of Netflix or Meta or some of the other ones have had that would be of a similar kind of ilk in terms of market cap and size. So I like Disney long term. How beautiful is Dublin today? Oh, it's Dublin. Cloudy skies, cool breeze. It's not Fuerteventura, that's for sure. Like I say, I'm not the biggest fan of Fuerteventura. And why is my music stopped? Well, if you've got Disney calls, I don't know what your expiry on them is or what your strike price is. But Disney's one of those that, with the exception of earnings and when other catalysts come about, it tends to move in line with the market. So watch the wider market. Oh, I've got 20 minutes to the bell. It's been nice chatting to you guys. Shame it's not been more eventful. In made another pop. Inspira Technologies. Well, this is why it's up at 240s now. If you like these low price stocks, remove. This is a good catalyst. Interesting catalyst, I should say. Probably waiting for a few minutes after the bell before we actually see any real movement on something to trade. Right now, I'm could be a no trade day for me at the moment. We'll see. So for you, user, I'm always 90 minutes before the market opens. So I go live at 1 p.m. for you. Just for you. Nobody else, just for you. So 1 p.m. every day, that's when I go live on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, even Twitter. So check it out. At this moment in time, I'm thinking I might just shorten that to an hour because it's 90 minutes of me just waffling right now. And I do like to trade pre-market, but there's been nothing to trade over the last couple of days. So unfortunately, not the most entertaining of streams. You get to see some of the price action. Beirut making a bit of a move. Starting to get a little bit of volume coming in now. Not a huge amount, still not over 20, still not breaking that 20,000 shares a minute, which is really for Veru what you should be looking for. Veru, 26 million shares a day is the average for Veru. And right now it's not even traded a million, so you can tell it's quiet. It's low relative volume for Veru. We're looking for high relative volume. If we're going to get a parabolic mover, it's only going to happen with a high relative volume. Yeah, Matt. Most days 8 till 9 for power hour, but I've kind of given it a miss at the moment while I'm under the weather. I didn't even record a bad recap for the YouTube channel yesterday, even though it was a good day in the end. We managed to almost $5,300 on the trade profit yesterday, which was nice. I'm not away. Well, I've got to charge my phone for the TikTok peoples. Those of you on Twitch and YouTube, I'll just carry on regardless. Got to put my phone on charge. Rivian in. I'll put that on the watch list. See if I can keep typing it in. Up to 85% now. Oh, Inspira Technology seems to be the top mover. I'm getting a little bit lightheaded. I'm going to have to stay with me one moment and I shall get myself a Barocca. Yeah, I've just my phone decided to update, so unfortunately, does the automatic update? It's back up again now, though. Or it should be. Yeah, there you go, Matt. That'll do. Right, so we've got close to 11 minutes left before the bell. Not a lot moving. I'll just drink my my pint of Barocca. So Inspire technology is probably the only thing worth watching at the moment. It's a little bit under the value that I'm looking for. So I know, like I know it's, yeah, okay. What is Barocca? It's an effervescent energy drink. So you put the tablets into the water. You get it from the pharmacy. It's got guarana and things like that, and which it's just helps a bit of it's multivitamin with guarana or ginseng or whatever it is that's in there. Just gives you a bit of a pep in the step. Which when you're feeling fatigued, Matt, it's worth checking out. So that's the one of the strangest things when you've got a hairy dog and you try and keep the place spick and span and be free from dog hair, but all of a sudden you get a breeze come through and you get this tumbleweed. It's gone again. Stupid phone. Well, for those of you follow me on YouTube and Twitch, you're not getting disrupted. Absolutely, Matt. If you're feeling under the weather, something like Maroc is actually quite good. It doesn't fix the problem, but it just gives you that little bit of extra energy. Size Spark is the other one in terms of volume. Yeah, it's not so much dead as down because my phone is dead. TikTok isn't. TikTok's waiting for my phone to reboot so that I can actually get back online. But like, it's paused because my phone is updating. I can't do anything about it. What do you want? What do you want? I'm not taking you out. It's only 2:30 nearly. All right, we'll try again. Unfortunately, that's when you're using a phone and you forget to plug it in as well, and then it decides to reboot. Update. And it'll reboot and then shut down again and update again. There you go. No, no, it's the phone's having none of it, so it's dead. Just have to watch on YouTube for now. Can't be that bad. YouTube and Twitch. I'll give it a couple of minutes and get back on TikTok before the bell. Apart from that, YouTube and Twitch is where it's at right now. My goodness. 228, there's a lot of sellers. Yeah, the chat's a lot more interactive on TikTok as well. But I'll just give it a minute. I'll go back to TikTok in a couple of minutes. Not a big deal. Should be able to sort it out now. Oh, Inspirato technology. Inspira technology. Inspirato's a different one. Traded Inspirato last month. Revlon getting a little bit of a movement. Not great volume though yet. Look, I'm not bothered about whether I've got trades to show anybody. I mean, does it matter? There we go. And we're back. So we'll see what happens. Just in time for the bell. See what happens. Inspira Technologies is the only one worth looking at right now. Got 2 minutes to the bell. Well, TikTok's back open if you want to log in there. It's quiet day. Another quiet day. Right now, I'm really considering whether it's a zero trade day. Well, it is right now. It's a zero trade day. And it's likely to continue that way unless something really turns itself up. No point taking a trade just for the sake of taking a trade. Like I always say, sometimes the best trade is the one you don't take. Well, okay, guys. What is your favorite stock today? AVDL just moved 17%. What is your favorite stock of the day? Do you have one? What are you watching today? Let me know what you're watching in the comments. No, not really. So the question is pre-market an indication normally for the rest of the day's trading? And the answer is no, quite simply. It really depends on are they going to have a good newsworthy day. The markets are open. I'll switch the scanners over. Question is there a newsworthy? Is it going to be a newsworthy day? Are there any events going to be, brought out at the top of the hour or at lunchtime or whatever that create a little bit of volatility? It's quiet pre-market today, so let's see what happens now that the bell's gone. Back to Inspira Technologies at 230s, struggling around. We've got a high of day so far, pre-market high of 243. AMC. Let's have a look at AMC whilst we're here. AMC's making a move up. Not huge volume, but he's making a move up at least. Yeah, we're getting over 100,000 shares a minute. But for AMC, that's kind of normal. Approaching $13. AMC, nice 30-cent move. in the last 2 minutes. Revlon also made a move up. So AMC not stopping. Looking nice. Phone's gone again. Oh well, I'll just continue streaming on YouTube. TikTok can forget it for today. Something's telling me it's not going to be one of those days. Rivian. Gonna move up. 10% up on the day. Rivian's another one in the EV sector. Oh, Inspira Technologies, it's above 250s now. It's looking strong. There's you down at 10% up. Level looking the best. Revlon, green on the day now. We'll see more volume though. 800,000 at this moment in time for Revlon is relatively low. On Life Health. AMC pulling back now. So now finalizing the opening range. First 5-minute candle. So we've got a high of 1304, low of 1268. That's the opening range for AMC. Inspirato's opening range. So right now 251 to 258 to 225, so a huge range. How's the markets doing? So the initial splurt out of the gates, pulling back some there. Inspirato is probably the one that's most people watching. Still not a lot of movement, really. Jinko Solar Holdings. So there's a lot of the energy stocks moving well today. The alternative energy stocks, that is. Oh, Jinko Solar Holdings up to 70s. Looks above 70s now. Veru took off. Up at 1240s now. A nice little entry here at 1220. quite a few of the fuel cell, for example, making a few moves. Not great volume, but it's making moves upwards. A lot of the alternative energy stocks having a little bit of a pop. Redbox, will Redbox make a comeback? I'm not so sure, but let's have a look. No. So Redbox is 565s on low volume, 281,000 shares traded today, so a little over 250,000 shares traded. It's low volume for Redbox. AMC, they're breaking lows. Revlon, similar pattern to Redbox. Back under $6. I'm going to wait for something to present itself, I think. I wouldn't say it's looking good. Say it's moving up right now. It's on low relative volume is the problem with Veru. I wouldn't say it's the most reliable in terms of movement either. Quite choppy over the last few days. Looking for an entry with Veru. And a nice safe entry. Jump in there at the highs, why not? Breaks 13s, we're on a good one. I waited for a pullback, didn't find one, so I jumped in at the highs. That's just typical, and then get the pullback, which is just typical. It's very not looking the strongest, but it's looking decent. It is moving upwards, and it's moving upwards nice. Oh, now I'm looking for either an exit or an add. $65 is our exit. Get out there. Always get back in again later if we need to. That was just poor judgment from my point of view. High here is 82. That was where we should have got it in the first place. We got waited for this pullback and then handled to make a new high. That's where we should have got it. Break highs now. Well, pre-market high of $13, so $12.99. Not $13, yeah, I was right the first time. Pre-market high of $13. Oh, we're looking for, there we go. That's the high. Locking a little bit off that. And a bit more. Put a 10-cent trailing stop on this. Get us green on the day. I can always re-enter if it stops us out. At least it'll get us green on the day. We're looking at, we've just got a 10-cent stop on this, 10-cent trailing stop. Risking 3 cents from where we are right now. So I'm expecting to get stopped out. There we go. That puts us 1200 green on the day. That's not a bad start. It's not a bad start. Always get back in now. Wait for the pullback. Alright, now. Look, back in it. We're back in there now for the break of the $0.50. We're getting a bit of resistance up at the $0.50, but we're looking for a break of the $0.50. And meeting a bit of resistance up there at the $0.50. That's my exit indicator right there. Just get out. That's about to reverse. So it's small and a little bit of a profit. Why not? So we're 11.25 right now. This is our first trade of the day. So we've got it. We're green again. We're green again. 1,125. That's our green on the day. So we're finding resistance up. We're getting a bit of a flat top here at 1350. So looking for the break of 1350 for the next entry. Breaks 1350, we can get back in. Veru is moved up now. 16% up on the day. Cano Health is up 16% on the day as well. I'll have a look at Cano in a minute. I'm just going to put Veru on the watch list here, so I'm not having to keep typing it in. Let's have a look at Cano Health. Cano Health. Pulling back some. Let's go back to Veru. There we go, we just broke 1350. Rejected again at the $0.5. Getting this ascending flat top, ascending wedge with a flat top is quite bullish and it typically breaks upwards. I've just entered there at 1350. Break upwards. No problem, Phil. You know, still got to put bread on the table. Don't worry about it. So I'm looking for the break upwards now for Veru. The break of 1350. So we're getting this ascending wedge flat top, which typically would break upwards. I'll get huge amounts. There's no huge sellers at 1350, so no reason why it can't move up with a bit of volume up to 1360, 1370. Hey Mandy. Alright, here we go. Let's try again. We're in at 1350. That's what we were looking for. We're looking for the break of 1350. That ascending wedge is kind of broke out of that pattern. So we've still got the flat top, but we've no longer got an ascending wedge. So it's just coiling underneath the $0.5. There's 49.52. Managed to get a little bit of that off the top. There we go. A little bit more. Still 5,000 shares in there. Just gonna take a little bit off there, reduce the exposure. I want to find support at the $0.5 now instead of the resistance. Move back up. So we're only in for 2,500 shares at the minute. So 2,500 shares of Veru. Veru Inc. Might just break it. If this breaks new lows, get out. There we go. We get out there. We can come back to that later. So 1350. That move up, we made a couple of $100 on that move up. Made about 500. But I think we made about 700 and then gave back 5. So There's the exit indicator on the 2 minute, on the 5 minute, basically saying, you know, I'm going to have a bit of a consolidation, bit of a pullback, consolidation, come back later. That's what the exit indicators are telling me right now. So look at it on the 2 minute, you've got this topping tail here. On the 5 minute, couple of topping tails, which are, you know, the upwicks are an indication of selling pressure. So the fact that we didn't, when we got the breakout, we didn't get the continuation, we actually had a pull back, suggests that we've a little way to go yet before we're ready to break highs again. Wow, this went up to 264s. I'll go back to Veru. It's more my cup of tea. Go. There we go. Just knocked a quick 600 out to that one. Just a quick scalp. 10-cent scalp. Oh, 12 cents. Back in. Looking for 90, 1390. Support at the $0.50 is what we're looking for. Up to the position there. Always get out. Life out of me then. Right, this is selling off. I should have listened to my initial exit indicators. Hey Jimmy. What's the indication that it's going to be moving up off the 9? Move up off the 9. That's what happens when you've it used to be trading with a big account and you size down. Just went for kind of maximum size right now that I can afford on this account. Got this support level here at 13.35, 13. Now we need to, so I have that 52. How are you getting on, Jimmy? Are you winning? It's the north side of the $0.50 again. Retest that $14 level. Peru was up at $17 not too long ago. But it's got, does have previous. Watching the 5-minute chart at the moment, and the low of the 5-minute chart, previous candle, is 37. But the wick of the topping wick is the up wick is not a good sign. Bearish signal, if anything. Thought that was going to be a nice move up, and it didn't materialize. Oh well. That snoring is the dog. The fabled chow chow snore. We've not had it for a while. Been snoring outside more than. It's good weather. We've had some decent weather, so she's been out on the balcony, so you've not been hearing her snore. Siga, SIGA, making moves up now. Up to 14s as well, 13.96 right now. So we're getting a little bit of movement. Which is not looking very healthy for me. Peru not looking healthy. That's a doji. Following on from, there we go. Doji following on from the upwick is a sure sign of reversal. Just want a quick bounce so we can get out and then stay in the green. That went out at 32, so I should have got out there at 35. Oh well, what am I holding for? Nice move up will be nice. Holding through this consolidation is not a good idea. Don't do this, guys. I tend to do this a lot more often than I should do, holding through consolidation. You're better off once it breaks a new low. You're better off just getting it. Take the hit, take the L. Which in this case I should have been here at 1360s. I'm always holding through consolidation when I know I shouldn't be. But do as I say, don't do as I do, guys. Feeling like this might make a little move up to like 1360s. Give me an exit strategy at least. Almost there. 59 on the ask. Looking for 65. There we go. Two and a half thousand shares in here. Well, it's not done me too badly just yet. Didn't exactly do me dirty, so breaks below 60, I'll get it. There we go. Okay, well, still green. 1600. Had to give that was annoying, but to give some of it back. What else is moving? Sega. That was moving, wasn't it? Sega moved up. That would have been nice to have got in here at 1340s. That would have been a nice move up. I know health was moving up as well. But 580s. What's the high of that one? 588. So we're looking at 590 for a break through 6. It's all about personal choice. Trade Zero. I've never traded with them personally. I've heard mixed reports. Is simple. So what I've heard from them is that they don't carry the full order book, for one. But I've heard good reports in terms of customer support and customer service and stuff. But you know, whoever's traded with Trade Zero in the chat, let us know what are your thoughts. As far as a broker for day trading is concerned, they're not a bad broker for investing and swing trading, as far as I'm aware. But for day trading, I think they're limited in terms of the order book. I don't believe they carry the full order book. That's my understanding. I could be wrong. Never traded with them. Okay, so $1,600 looks like that's where we're going to finish today. Sega, I was just looking at Sega as well. It's got a couple of fake outs here, so on this pullback here, you might have wanted to get in there at 1405. It's broke through the whole dollar and moves up and then fakes you out. So just be careful. Excuse me. Just be careful. Not a lot of things moving just now. Inspira Technology's pulling back a little bit. Veru, let's have a look at Veru. It's down at 1370s, so it didn't quite get back up to. Oh, it did move up. Didn't quite break $14. Not a lot of movement. We're only 35 minutes into the market open anyway, so this is 35 minutes of trading. I've made $1,600. It's not bad for half an hour's work, but you get spoiled when you've had a good month like I've had in June. I get spoiled, and having to work for my money is kind of making me feel a bit annoyed. Having to actually trade to make profits this month is a little bit annoying. June, it was almost as if it was falling out of the sky and landing in my lap at times. We're green, but the markets are green. So S&P 500 is up there at 383s. NASDAQ or the Qs up at 288s. I'm pushing. So the markets are looking healthy, which is good. Not sure this is going to make 14. Excuse me. Coming back some. Very. Going back to the $0.50. Question is, should I buy the dip? Let me know in the chat. Should I buy the dip here at the $0.50? Or move back up to retest 14? It's on the 20 EMA. Keep pulling back. No idea why these lines are here. And a bit of support at the $0.50 psychological level. 1340 is where we really found the support previously. So let's see if it comes back down to 1340. Right. Try it out. If it comes down to 1340, I'll try 1340 with a kind of 5 cent risk. There's the doji. Okay. On this one is 6, so I said if it gets to 40, I'll give it a 5. I'll try and I'll look for a bounce. Buying at 1352. Let's see what happens here. Give it 12 cents. Could have taken profit, I didn't. Should have. Waiting for the move up. Right again. This time I'll take profit at 1360. And that's 59 on the ask. Come on. Give it to me. Stop teasing. Such a tease. Come on, Veru, stop teasing me. Just, you heard me say I'd take profit at 1360. You went up to 59 on the ask. Minute 52 right now. Oh. $0.05 there. 52 on the ask. That's our buy price. Got support here, but it's just not moving. Not getting the volumes are dying out a little bit. If you look at the volume histogram here at the bottom, the volume's dying out a little bit here, and that's really what makes the follow through reliable. Without the volume, you don't get the follow through. It's that simple. Well, I'm looking for 60. Got 56 on the ask a minute ago, so 55 right now on the ask. Five. 56 on the ask. Looking for 60. Spreads are widening. 57 on the ask. You know what? I'm just going to take the 200 and have done with it. I'll have the $200, thanks. It's not breaking out quick enough for me. Let's see what else is moving. Nothing. I'll come back later. I think I'm going to close the stream down. Take the dog for a walk, have a nap, and then take a look. And I'm feeling a little bit stronger today, so I'll probably be back for Power Hour today. So I'll take a look at Apple for you, Dunkers. Can't see any reason why it would be doing anything other than what the market's doing. So that's Apple. Here's the Nasdaq. So very similar pattern, just Apple is slightly high above the green line. $143s, give or take. So that 143 level, Apple. A lot of volume. 17 million shares traded already today in Apple. That's normal. So Apple looking strong today. So it's moving up nicely today. Yeah, I'll be back for Power Hour, Macca. Can't see any reason why not. I'll have a 1800's a good start on the day. I'll take a look after I've had a nap, and come back later for Power Hour, guys. Apologies for the disruption in the service a little bit earlier, but hey, look, happens. The gremlins sometimes come a calling. But Apple's looking okay. Veru, yeah, I was right to get out. That's selling off now is Inspiro. AMC's gone red. You doing well there, Alistair? Good stuff. That's a nice, healthy six-figure salary that you're earning there. If you're keeping up with the consistency that you've been showing over the last while. Good stuff. Well, that's me done for now, I think. So what I'll do is I'll close the stream. You guys can all enjoy the rest of your day's trading. I'll be back for Power Hour and we'll see where we're all at. So good luck for the rest of the day, guys. Hope you hope something else pops up and is profitable. You don't have to trade if there's nothing that presents itself. I'm green, 1800 green. It's any green day is a good day, so I'm happy to take that. Anything over $1,000 on any green day is a good day. So I'm happy with that right now. If something presents itself later, I'll be happy to take that too. But in the meantime, just don't get greedy. If the markets are like they are right now and they're not giving a lot, just take what they give you and then move on. Walk away with some profit in your pocket. Okay, guys. Catch you later.